What's up, explorers? This week we're going to try something new, one-line art. At the end of the week, we're going to have 3 different compositions. So without further ado, let's get started. So right off the bat, I just want to shout out MD Campbell. I'll put a little link to his video I watched called Using a Line Drawing Technique. I watched his video and he recommended that we just start drawing some simple shapes first. Simple shapes just to get a feeling for how, it feels to draw with one line. So just like he recommended in his video, I'm going to try and just draw some simple shapes first. So a triangle, a circle, and a square. And then I'm gonna try and make them more 3D without lifting my stylus. And he said it's okay to go over lines, so I'm going to do that too. That was really rough, but I think it's helpful to see how you do just with simple shapes before you go into something really complex. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna try the first technique that I saw, which is one of the more popular ones I've seen online, tracing a pet. Now I have a picture here of my sister's dog, Odie, and I'm going to try and trace him using one line. So that was obviously really bad, but I kind of got stuck a little. But I definitely think this will be like a trial and error. And I think as we learn, it will get easier. So I'm going to try again. And I'll try in a different spot this time. And I'm going to keep trying till I get to one that I like the most. I was really struggling, so I decided that I'd map out, the normal parts of Odie and how I would draw it if I could pick up my pen. And I think that helped a bit, but I still struggled a lot. So here's a little time lapse of me trying 1,000 times till I got to the one I liked. And I think this is my best one, the one that captures him the most. And I think it's cute and simple enough. So I think I'm gonna call it for this one. You guys will have to let me know what you think. So the next one I want to do is one without a reference photo behind it, because I wanted to do this flower and I thought it'd be too easy if it was behind it. And I also wanted to try it the way that the guy did in the video. He didn't have a reference photo underneath it, and I thought that that would be more fun to try and see if I could create it without the reference photo underneath. However, what I am going to do is use a grid, because I really struggle with making shapes without a grid, just freehand. So I'm going to use a grid. And maybe you think that's cheating. You'll have to let me know in the comments. I personally like to use a grid, so I'm going to use a grid. So here I have my grid, and I'm just going to start anywhere and see how it goes. I think that was a really good first attempt, but I'm gonna try it one more time. I actually did it a few more times, but I decided that those two were my best runs, so you'll have to tell me in the comments which one you like better. I think I'm leaning more towards the second one, but I do like the first one too. Moving on to the final one, and what I would call the hardest one, I'm going to try and draw my little avatar with one line. Now, I did try this a few times off camera just to see how much detail I could get in one attempt, but I would say out of all of them, I think this one was the easiest, even though I thought it would be the hardest. And I guess that's because most of the lines are there and it's easy to know, okay, like this is where I have to go. You just have to do it in one line. But I think out of all of them, the flower was the most fun. Which is why I really wanted to try coloring the flower that I did previously. MD Campbell, the guy who made the video that I watched in the beginning, mentioned how much he enjoyed coloring the drawings he made after, even if it wasn't just right away and it was later. And I hadn't planned on doing this, but I really enjoyed drawing that flower, so I thought I'd give it a try on coloring it. And this was my first time trying watercolor through digital art, and I would say it's pretty fun. Now, am I a pro at it? No. But I did have fun trying to blend everything together and make it look like it was real watercolor. And outside of this video, I did try and make a few other pieces by myself, and I could really see myself doing this, like he said in his video, when I'm bored or when I just have a little bit of time, because it's pretty relaxing. So these are all the compositions I created today. I had a lot of fun making them. I honestly thought this would be way harder to do, but I think anyone could try and do this. I definitely think it would take some practice to get really good at it, but I think it's a fun way to start drawing. That is it for the video, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below what your favorite composition was and what you want me to try next. That is it, and I'll see you in the next one.